Welcome to the Monday edition of Take 5 for Torah. Our commemorative day this week will be this coming Wednesday, the 16th of Iyar. According to Chazal, and there's a Tosfos in Maseches Kiddushin, Daf Lamed Ches, that points this out. According to Chazal, the manna began to fall in the desert on this day in our first year in the desert. The 16th of Iyar is exactly 1 month and 1 day after we left Egypt. According to our sages, they took enough food with them to last for a month. And then, in one version of this medrash, it took 3 more days for them to thirst and hunger before they started to complain. And then God rained down the manna from heaven. And according to another version, it was just that very same day. According to the first version, then, the manna began to fall on what would become many years later Lag BaOmer. The 18th of the Omer is always Lag BaOmer, which will connect us to the manna. But according to the original version and the more popular version, the manna began to fall on the 16th. Now, a lot of commentaries discuss what the word manna actually means. I'd like to suggest that manna is a shortened form of me'on. Their basic question, of course, was, what is this thing? It seems to be edible. God gave it down to us to eat. But perhaps even a more fundamental question that they were asking was, not what is it, but where did it come from? Right? So, me'on, like le'on is where are we going to, and le'on can sometimes be shortened to on by itself. So me'on can perhaps be also shortened to mon. So mon was their basic question of what is this, where is it coming from? And some have suggested that when we say lechem min hashamayim, like bread from heaven, you've heard manna from heaven, that from heaven doesn't mean that it actually fell from the sky, but from heaven means from God, like a nes min hashamayim means a miracle from heaven. In other words, a miracle from God. Right? So there have been many suggestions about where this thing came from and what it was. Was it a crystalline kind of sugary substance that's found even to this day in the desert? You know, it doesn't really matter. It was a miracle from God. All of our sustenance each and every day is a miracle from God. So that the actual man, although the Torah uses the verb mamtir lochem lechem min hashamayim, not morid, but mamtir. Mamtir means I will rain down from the heavens bread for you. Right? I'm not saying it's a tenet of faith to believe one way or the other, but it seems from the verb the Torah uses that this bread actually fell from heaven. In fact, the Ramah suggests that the bracha that they made in the desert was not hamotzi lechem min haaretz, it was hamotzi lechem min hashamayim. Right? The bread came from heaven, not from the ground. Right? So that the actual source of this was not only from God, but it actually rained down for them. And that this is a sign that whatever we need, if we turn our face towards God, we're supposed to feel needy before God. But most important, for the vast majority of the people here listening, who, thank God, know where their bread is coming. They know where their next meal is coming from. They know where they're eating and what they're eating. But what is most important for us is to feel needy before God, to say every morning, Baruch atah Hashem Goal Yisrael, God, you were my Redeemer, and Baruch atah Hashem Goel Yisrael, you continue to be my Redeemer. But also to remember that there are lots of people out there who do count on us for their daily sustenance. There are lots of people out there for whom God needs partners. We're their partners to give the sweetness of the manna that God so generously afforded for us, to share that sweetness with others. That's what it means to be a manna eater, and that's what it is to remember this beautiful, glorious date on our calendar, the 16th of Iyar, when the moon began to fall. That's this Wednesday that happened so long ago.